Hello, friends. Welcome in. Nisha. Nisha, I have a yes, 3 of wands. Hey, Svetlana. I've seen. I have a no, 5 of wands. Nausea, I have a no, the hanged man. Hi, Precious. Welcome in. Svetlana, yes, Knight of Wands. Hey, IJ. MMC, I have a yes, 6 of Pentacles. IJ, I have a no, the Hermit. She might be taking some time for herself today. Maston, I have a no, the Devil. Shayna J, thank you for the sub. I mean, not the sub, I'm sorry, the donation. I'll add you to the list. You're welcome, Nisha. James, I have a 2 of Swords. I am leaning towards a no, but it's not a confident no. The bottom of the deck is the Hangman. I feel like she's still kind of in this like in between energy at this time. You're more than welcome to initiate it, but just don't like hold your breath for her to say yes. Is basically what I'm getting. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but I have the 2 of Swords here and the Hanged Man. So it's a very like in limbo, still on pause, kind of like in and out energy at this time. I have a no eagle. I have the 5 of Cups. Precious, I think good news is on the way. I think that it's a favorable outcome, 8 of Wands, but I don't know if it's like going to be the best score ever or if it's going to be like I don't know if it's on a scale, like a grading scale. Maybe it's passing, but it's not like as good as you might have wanted. But I still think ultimately you're happy with the outcome here. You're welcome, Svetlana. You're welcome, IJ. You're welcome, Maston. Shayna J, I have a yes, 2 of Cups. Hey, Philomena, welcome in. You're welcome, Afsane. Hey, Lala, welcome in. Amber, I have a yes. The Knight of Cups. Oh, that's good for you, Lala. I'm happy to hear that. I mean, not that things are weird, but that you're focusing on yourself. Ultimately, I have a no, Lala. I have the Seven of Cups. I also have the Lovers here, which indicates that this talks about like major choices, relationships being put to the test and things like that. That's kind of the energy right now. Um, I would say that no, I don't think you should. Not right now. We can check the energy again another time, but I feel like I'm getting a no here with the Seven of Cups. This talks about wishful thinking. So maybe by reaching out, you might be hoping for something to happen that won't happen, and then you just end up being sad about it. Philomena, yes, I have a donation from you for, I think, a yes no question. And that's about all I can do for the donation that you submitted. And I can add you to the list here. We did put you at the top of the list that day that you donated, but because you didn't show up that day, we'll have to put you at, in like time order now, just to be fair to everyone else. Let's see. Shayna J. Philomena, if you want to leave your question with me, you can. Or stick around for your turn, but I'm putting you on the list right now. That's the order that I have for everyone at this time. You're welcome, Lala. You're welcome, Precious. Hey, Rashima, welcome in. How are you? Philomena's going to add to it. Okay, Philomena, that sounds good. You're welcome, Shayna J. Grace, I have a yes, Ace of Wands. I think that this connection with N was like a big, like monumental thing because I have the Tower here at the bottom of the deck. I see that you're kind of going back and forth from this, but I feel like this is not going to be this like easy snap of the finger thing to heal from. It's going to take some time, so give yourself some grace from that. All right, this is for Rashima. You're welcome, Grace. Rashima, I have a yes, the Ace of Swords. All right, everybody, that is time. We're going to move on to donations. Hey, Ari, I'll answer your question because you came in at the last second. Would I get the job at Five Guys if I interviewed there? Ari, I'm getting a yes. 3 of Cups. You're welcome, Rashima. All right, guys, we're moving on to donations now. This is the order that I have at this time. We're starting with James. Then we have IJ, Shayna, and Philomena. If anyone donates after that or outside of that, I'll confirm it for you, and I'll update the list as soon as I get a second, okay? So first up, we have James. James, if you want to go with a love option too, as usual, just let me know. Okay. Love two for James. P.S. On the list, we cannot skip James. We cannot skip IJ. Those are pre-orders, okay? Just throwing that out there. Mm-hmm. So she has like this kind of intention towards the connection right now, like, or maybe it's just like a new lease on life. It may not even just be towards you, James, but just like kind of how she's feeling right now. There's a mantra here: I am my own authority. I have the will and the power to create my life structure. So I feel like it's like she's going through this interesting time right now where she's trying to like call back her power to herself. And that's great. That means that she's healing. The Wheel of Fortune is the place of like what she's giving to the connection. It's a little mixed. The Wheel of Fortune talks about luck and fortune, good fortune being on your side and like just overall feeling lucky. And so she could feel lucky to have you, feeling like good about your connection per se, but like this also talks about karma. It also talks about clearing your karmic debt. It talks about healing. It talks about things can't just happen through your own free will. It's like there's big greater power at play here. So like for instance, we can try and try. Okay, so here we go. So this is a great example. So James, like for example, you want to be in a relationship with her. That's your free will wanting to do that thing. But because there's other factors at play, her free will and divine intervention, that means that that thing that you want, even though it's your will to have it, it's not happening right now. So that's kind of what's going on, is that they're showing me that it's not just about her free will or your free will. This is also like karmic debts and um like divine timing and things like that that are at play within your connection right now. Why that should bring you peace of mind is because this means that you guys have a greater purpose in this life. Usually when divine intervention is here, or there's like divine like blessings of this union or divine timing, it usually indicates that this is an agreement that you guys came into this life with. And it could be residual from like other lifetimes together. And that might make matters more complicated for you guys, but it indicates that there's a greater purpose here for your connection. And that's probably what keeps you having the faith when you feel like you're not really having much to show for it. I think right now she's going through a time of trying to feel like she's in control, and I think that's kind of something that she's going to have to work through. It does show that she is trying to think compassionately and like carefully, cautiously, like just trying to make sure that she's not hurting anyone or dragging anyone else through her mess. But I feel like ultimately she's saying, I have to put me first right now. And that's going to make some people unhappy. And if they walk away because of that, then that's what was supposed to happen. The people that stay and stay with me through this are the people that are supposed to be here. And that's kind of like where her mindset is at this time. As far as her intentions, we have the Page of Pentacles. As I say before, anytime I see a page, it makes me feel like there is still so much relationship, so much life left to be lived together. This is just in the very, very beginning stages. There's like a lot of life ahead, essentially. I can't remember how I word that, but it's like something along those lines. And then it also talks about her being open-minded. James, I think that if she's trying to be more receptive, I guess is a good word, to the things that you tell her or things that you talk to her about or the suggestions that you make, maybe not coming so quick with the defense, maybe not coming so quick to shut it down, like actually taking what you have to say and digesting it and trying to be more receptive to you and maybe your suggestions or your advice. I think that she's here to like kind of be more of like the student and be more willing to learn. And I think this is a positive move forward for her. And ultimately for you both, because I have the 10 of Cups here. So that's like she's on the right path. She's working towards like alignment. She's doing things that feel right to her and authentic to her. As the overall energy, though, I have the Devil. So this does talk about how she's going through a struggle. This is like her inner demons and the things that maybe she's been avoiding that she feels like now she's strong enough to address and work through and process. Um, you know, kind of the message that I'm getting here, I guess the overall theme is that until she deals with these things head on, and she can't just walk into something new like motherhood or marriage or even a relationship without clearing this past karmic debt, because that's just going to come in and poison whatever it is she's trying to do if she doesn't deal with it and clear it out before she starts something like that. That's just going to infiltrate and poison whatever she's trying to create, because if she's still carrying poison around in her, she's just going to poison everything around her. So I think that her mindset is, let me figure this shit out before I go and start something new and fuck it all up. That's basically her thought process. So yeah, James, that's what I have for the love option 2. Let me know if you have any follow-up to that, and if not, I'm ready for your questions for your BOGO. Is it a truck in our driveway? Oh, it is? Okay. Guidance from spirit for what I should be doing in regards to Patty and I's relationship together. I hear like give her space in the sense of like let her come to you. Um, let her be the one that puts a little more effort into your connection right now. You don't have to be that person that does that. Um, what is this? Because see, the thing is that she wants to keep a connection going with you. She's not. I guess what I feel is that she feels very guilty. Like if she if for whatever reason she doesn't like, okay, if you invite her, you'll free her from that guilt. Like, let's just put it that way. If you let her kind of take the lead right now, you'll free her from feeling guilty. Like, so if you invite her and she has to say no, then she feels guilty. If you call her and she doesn't call you back, then she feels guilty. So if you just let her take the lead on that, then she can approach you when she's at her like highest and best self and spending time with you when she's feeling good rather than feeling a sense of guilt, because that's not what you want. You don't want someone to connect with you out of feeling guilty because they're not, giving you enough time. You want them to ideally hang out with you, spend time with you, call you because they feel like they are in the headspace to do that and can focus on you and give you all of them in those moments. Um, so I feel like just letting her kind of take the lead on that, because you have to keep the peace of mind that she is wanting to see you. She is wanting to hang out with you. There is nothing that she has said to you that should make you think otherwise. Because I feel like everything she says to you shows you that where she's at, and that she cares and that she wants to continue this and that she wants to um spend many, many, many more months, years, lifetimes with you. So I think just giving her that space, letting her come to you would be important. I'm also hearing don't take things personally or something like that. What is this? Because I have this Nine of Swords, and this talks about like focusing on, or maybe it's like don't put. What is this? Don't put a lot of focus on her, or don't make her. Okay, don't make her your main focus. I think is the message. Don't make her your main focus right now. Just kind of like match her energy. If you see her kind of, and it doesn't have to change your intentions or change your character. You don't have to pull back and say it's all or nothing. Like, just kind of match what she's doing. And if she's like kind of in a hermit mode, that's okay. You go and do your own thing. I noticed that when you're off doing things for yourself, that's when she's more receptive to you, anyways. She finds you very much more attractive, I think, too, when she sees you like off doing your own thing and not waiting on her. Plus, that frees her guilt a little bit. Um, so it's like, oh, Patty's just in one of her moods. I'm going to go for a walk. Oh, Patty's, doing XYZ. I'm going to go do my own thing. And, maybe that means that you're not going to talk for a day or two, but that's okay. Just let her be that person. Now, if I understand her personality well enough, she might get on your case and be like, why haven't you reached out to me? You know what I mean? But you don't have to take that personally either, because you can just say, hey, like, I made a couple attempts to reach out to you. It seemed like you were busy and I just, was doing my own thing. It's nothing like, don't read too much into it kind of thing. Um, but yeah, those are like some messages that are coming through right now. Let's see. They are saying Six of Waters, you will overcome these like unstable or inconsistent moments. They're fleeting. They are not here. They are not something that's going to last for a very long time. They might come and go. I'm actually seeing some waves here as we talk about her. Let's see. What should he be doing? So they're saying, I feel like Spirit is saying that they actually give you guidance that maybe you ignore. Like, there might be times where in your, your higher self or your spiritual team, like inside in your inner conscience might be like, don't reach out to her right now. And then you might go against that. Or they might say, reach out to her, and then you don't. Like, Spirit is saying just connect a little bit more with, what your inner knowing feels too. Like, what is your inner knowing saying to you about the connection? Following your intuition during those times. Listening to your intuition and reason over fear and self-doubt. And try to remind yourself the history that you've established with her. Try to remind yourself everything she's told you, what you mean to her, the words that have come from her directly, because the Hierophant is here talking about how you guys have an established relationship. So don't compare yourself to other people, like her friends or her family or whatever. You are different. You are unique to her. There's no one else like you to her. And try to focus on that. Try to focus on like the positives of your connection, and like how it's really strong, you know? But yeah, that's what I've got, James. That's what I feel. Rachel says she's gonna bring back my car today, baby.
Okay.
Rachel said she's gonna bring back my car.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess she's taking tomorrow and Tuesday off. And she said, or no, sorry, she said she has the kids tomorrow and Tuesday, so she won't need it. And then she's taking Wednesday and Thursday off.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'll have my car. I didn't know that I would have my car. Thanks, that was a lot. Oh, I never know. I'm like, am I saying too little, too much? I don't know. So I just follow my gut and stop when I feel I need to stop. Thanks, that was a lot. She texted me earlier about some astrology stuff. I was thinking of calling her, but after hearing that, I feel like I'll just let her call me if anything. I think that would be good. What does your gut tell you about that? Does your gut tell you that probably it would be good to maybe just keep it to texting today, It's not like you're never going to call her. You're never going to talk to her. You're never going to see her. You know what I mean? You are, obviously. So maybe you just keep it to texting today. You said that she's really good with astrology, right? Yeah, you're welcome. You're supposed to go see Alanis Morissette Wednesday. Like a couple days from now, Wednesday. Hey Terry, welcome in. I love that. I feel like me and Patty need to have a chat. I I think that you have to have some serious intelligence to understand astrology. There are so many layers to it. It is like this puzzle that you think you've put together, and then you find out there's another way to read something or another way to look at something or another way to figure something out. And because you have your placement, so you have like your all of your signs, what zodiac signs are in what place, and then the houses can be different depending on where your ascending starts, and then that can show you different things as well, and then you break it down to like love, partnership, career, drive, passions, like your north nodes, where you're working towards, where you're working from. I mean, it's insane. Like, it's a lot for me, and I love that kind of stuff because I'm a Gemini, right? You get that, James. You get it. But it makes my brain like fried trying to learn stuff. And then I think I've got it, and I'm like, "Oh, that makes sense." It clicks, and then like the next day I'm like, "Wait, what did I learn?" I'm so confused. Like, it's crazy. Now, I think if you're self-taught, it does make it a little bit harder, which is what I've been trying to do. Tarot came to me a lot easier than astrology, but I still think I'm fairly well versed in astrology. But I would still consider myself a novice there. Yeah, it's crazy how some people can just pick that shit up. It does not come easy to me like that. But what's funny is other people would say that it comes easy to me because other people that don't know what I know thinks it comes easier to me than them. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. There's people who are way much like they're masters at this, like crazy. Yeah, I think that's my problem is it's like once I learn it, if I could obtain the knowledge, then I'd be fine. But it's so hard for me to remember. I'm a hands on learner. It's like I have to apply it. That's why I think I picked up tarot so easily because I could apply it immediately. Astrology, there's a lot of learning that you have to do first, and then you can apply it. Is she's getting readings regarding you? What's the message being relayed? Is Patty getting readings regarding James? Is Patty getting readings regarding James? Is Patty getting readings regarding James? Uh, has she ever gotten a reading regarding James? Has she ever gotten a reading regarding James? Does she plan to get any readings regarding James in the future? Okay, so I am getting that you have come up in a reading that she's gotten. I don't think that she like went somewhere and like was like, hey, I have a specific question about James, but I think that you have come up in the readings. They're showing me that it wasn't recent. They're telling me that it was a reading that was sometime in the past, not anything like the recent timing. But that she was getting a reading. It could have been like a general love or a general something like that, or whatever, and spirit had a message for her that came through, and she was like, oh, that must be James, kind of thing. I don't think it was like a specific question about you, but I'm going to pull some cards to see if I can figure out what was told to her. And I don't think she has any plans to get any readings anytime soon either. I wanted to double check that. But when James was brought up in the reading, what came through to her, what message was relayed? What message was relayed? So I think that they might have said like this was someone that you walked away from, but you're still in connection with. Because I have the Five of Swords, and this talks about like walking away from a situation. So it's like it was probably like, oh, there's a person here in your reading that you walked away from, someone who maybe you were together when you were younger, because I have the pages and this is like when we were kids kind of thing. And this also, again, remember the Page of Pentacles came up in your love to option. So this card talks about how like there maybe things stopped uh, maybe a little bit before they would have come to like a natural end, or maybe there was probably more to this relationship that should have been explored but wasn't at that time, something along those lines. Let's see what else was told to her in this message. That, oh god, I think she was told that you want to be her husband, because I have the Emperor here and I have the Seven of Swords, but this is something that you're keeping to yourself that you haven't told her. A strong male figure in her life that wants to be here again, that feels maybe not so happy with where things left off, and is wanting to try again. So something makes me feel like this reading happened, like a year ago or more than a year ago, because this feels like old energy. And now I have the Empress. So remember, we have the Emperor and the Empress. That you are on her mind, or yeah, she is on your mind quite a bit. So she was told that you think about her a lot. That it kind of always felt like the one that got away energy, but not really, because you guys are still, in and out of each other's life. What was she told? That you still carry her with you. What was she told? I think she might have been told that you guys are very compatible, that you are a good match for one another, and that maybe even this is like a divine union. What was she told? Like, I think that they might have told her this is a special connection for her. I think they might have offered advice, like, if you care about this person, you need to make more of an effort. So, like, they told her, if you care about James, that you need to make more of an effort with him. They probably told her that you still dream of her, fantasize about a life together, the Seven of Cups, and that you're keeping her as an option for you in the future. Because I have the Two of Wands here. So I think that she knows from this reading that you've never really let her go and that you still consider and think about a future with her. So maybe just confirming things that she kind of already knew. You said you're not surprised that she didn't specifically ask of you. You don't think she gets readings often or goes into them with specific intentions. That makes sense. I'm kind of the same way. I like generals because I like to stay very open-minded. Hey, IJ, what are we doing first for you? Okay. So, James, that's what I have for you, but I will say this reading feels very, very past energy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like from last year, you know? But I do feel like this reading was, made an impression on her. Thanks, James. All right, channel messages for IJ. Donations are still open. It doesn't sound recent. You're right. I agree. All right. We are working on a channel message for IJ. This is a curated message that he is getting. It's $35 because it's a custom channeling from your person to you. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes for me to do that. So if you are waiting for your turn, you probably won't hear me like you typically would during like a tarot reading, because right now I'm doing a channeling. But if you have any questions for me, you can ask in the chat. I'm still here. I'm still around. I'm still monitoring. I am not doing free questions right now. The only free option that we have left is the 25 light giveaway, which I just put the banner on the screen because I forgot about that. And then donations are open, and the list was recently posted if you want to scroll and find it. All right. IJ, working on you now. Shayna, that sounds great. James, I got your donation. Thank you. Um, IJ, I'm about halfway done now. Terry, I got your donation. I'll add you to the list in just a second, okay? All right, IJ, you should have your letter. So she says, you are pretty clear with me on how you feel. Even though you don't outright come at me, you aren't shy in telling me what you think. And I want to reciprocate and tell you that I have a crush on you. I have deeper feelings that I have not shown or told you about. Sometimes I get so distracted thinking about you that I lose track of time or forget what I'm doing. You always put a smile on my face, even when you aren't trying. I am even thinking of you this very moment. I know we have to accept how things are for us, but I want you to know I think about our future life and I'm looking forward to our beginning. And even though we are physically apart, we're always together energetically. She did, yeah. It was very sweet. It felt kind of like a love letter. You said you've been feeling her energy today. Aw. What has she learned about me in this process so far that took her by surprise pleasantly? Uh, family, either family is important to you, you're a family man, you want to have a family someday. Something about that rooted, grounded family life um just made her really like happy, I guess, or just like impressed by you. I know that she's looking to kind of, as I had mentioned previously, I know we talked about it, but she's looking to stop cycles. So, her toxic cycles, I should say. And she's looking to start a future with like a person that can help maybe rewrite a sad story that her kids won't have to experience. And um I think when you are a family person, it's like a really big sign that you're selfless, that you're responsible, that you hold yourself accountable. I think she's pleasantly surprised by your drive as well, as I have the 10 of Pentacles here. So, her knowing that you have ambitions in life is very attractive to her. Her knowing that you kind of have a plan set in mind for what you want your future to look like. She might have interacted with a lot of people who just haven't really had that drive and that you do. So, talking about your career, talking about your future plans, your goals is just like really attractive to her. It shows your confidence in yourself to make things happen. And I know there's like a lot of people out there that don't really know what they want to do. They don't really have any passions. They're just like, and it doesn't matter. Even if they're a really good person, you can't really build a life with someone who doesn't know what they want out of it. And so I feel like she's looking at that as a very impressive quality or qualities, I should say. Um, let's see. Do you have any kind of investments going, IJ? I don't know if you're really smart with like investing, but I'm kind of getting that there might be something here. Maybe you have plans because maybe you're getting knowledge in terms of like savings, investing, things like that. We also have like charity, charitable foundations, or just giving back. You have like a very selfless heart. Maybe you guys have talked about, because I have the Six of Pentacles. This literally talks about charity. So this talks about um, you knowing that it's important to give back to people in your life, your community, they or maybe like organizations that are really important to you. She shows just like a very giving, selfless type of energy here. Um, let's see. Here we got multiple things about investing. So I don't know if you have plans surrounding a charity or if there's like a future goal that you have for yourself where you're giving back in some way. But I feel like this is something that she really appreciates about you as well. You're just a very stand-up character, and I think that's what she's looking for. What has she learned? What has she learned? There's something here about faithfulness. So I don't know if the things that you're posting about talk about like being a one woman man, or like how like cheating is wrong, or how you're more about like relationships rather than, I don't know like what you're posting, but either what you've told to her is somehow being implied to her through like your social media content or something. She feels like you're trustworthy, and she feels like she wouldn't have to worry about you like messing around on her. She feels like you're very motivational. This is something that she likes about you. The Page of Wands, like an inspirational speaker, really knows how to get a point across, maybe in a way that if someone else said it, it wouldn't be as impactful. And I think just like an overall zest for life and excitement for what's to come. So yeah, those are some things that I'm picking up for you, IJ, on her. Is there anything she wants to tell me specifically? What do you want to tell IJ? I lost myself for a little while. I wish we could go back. I want to start over. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I also feel like that's like, I hope you can understand. There seems to be a heavy regret here in these messages. I want you so badly. I'm waiting for a sign. What do you want to say to him? Ooh, I have trouble with intimacy. That's not really something I knew about her, but that's interesting. So she has trouble with intimacy. She has trouble with getting close to people. This could also be like physical intimacy too. This isn't just like emotional intimacy. It could be like any form of intimacy might be an obstacle for her. She says, you make me feel good. I want to feel that way again. She says, I see life differently now. We will be together again. Oh, it did? I don't remember. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm reading this more like physical intimacy this time though. But it could just be intimacy, just like just in general. But yeah, she says, we will be together again. I still feel the pain. I am so attracted to you. I feel so drawn to you. I would do it all again. I want to make amends. So I feel like she only has regret in terms of like, she says, I don't know why this is happening to me. That's so sad. Oh, P.S. IJ, I'll go back to my thing I was gonna say a second ago about the guilt, but I saw this thing on TikTok today, and it was so weird because I feel like we just talked about this yesterday. It was like this woman who was talking about how like a long time ago. I'll have to just send you the video just so you can watch it. But essentially, it was talking about how women back in the day were treated horribly by their husbands, and they couldn't get out of their marriages, and they would poison them. And I was like, whoa, because that's kind of like what I was picking up yesterday. Remember, I said she might have harmed someone in a past life to risk it to be with you. I'll find the video and I'll send it to you so you can watch it. But I was like, what are the odds that that would come up? Because I like heard poison in my mind, so I was like, that's weird. Why would that come up today? But anyways, but yeah. So I think that she's just feeling pretty guilty about not being able to take like for this to take off, when you guys started meeting, however, or when you guys met. But at the same time, she's saying, I feel guilty, but I don't regret it. Do you know what I mean? Like I would, even if this is all I can get from him, that's good enough for me for now because it's better than nothing. Do you catch my meaning? So I feel like for her, she's saying I would do it all again. And then at the bottom of the deck, she says, I can't stop thinking about you. I look for you everywhere. Sometimes I lie awake thinking about you. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. We are not doing anything regarding free yes nos right now. That list closed about an hour ago. I am still offering a free giveaway if we hit 25 likes on the live stream, but that's the only free option that I have left for the rest of the day. Also, in an earlier channel message, she was complaining about the shit show that is her life. Yeah, I get it, and I'm not worried about the timing thing at all. Thank you for the TikTok too and the messages. You're welcome, IJ. Um, all right, so IJ is done. Now we have Shane and Jay. Shane and Jay, if you're here, check in with me, friend. Oh, IJ, hold on. You want a love option too. Okay, IJ, let me add you back into the list. Hold on. I'm sorry I didn't see that until now. Okay. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. I got you. Okay. Oh. All right. This is for Shane and Jay. She said she was leaving her question in case she gets tied up. So let me get shuffling for her now. What's coming up next for you in love? Single Pisces. What's coming up next in love for Shane and Jay? Ooh, girl, you have the angel of love here. So this is indicating that you have a new love coming for you. So angel of love kind of reminds me of like an archangel that's kind of here to bless you. Um, or like someone who's kind of like an angel, it's kind of guardian angel and maybe looking out for your love life. It feels like a feminine energy, but if you have any like passed on loved ones, that's also coming through. Someone that could be trying to sanction a love union for you in your relationship or in your life when you're ready for it. Let's see. I feel like it's it's upcoming for you. Let's see. When is this love coming in for her? When is this love coming in for her? When is this love coming in for her, please? What is today? We're in January. No, July. July, August, September, October, November. This year. Okay. When is it coming for her? I'm thinking between November of this year and January of next year is when this person will be coming your way. It could mean that this is when you meet them, or it could mean that you meet them before that and like you guys get committed during those months. But that's what it feels like to me in terms of when this person will arrive. What's coming up next in love, please? I feel like you're getting connections forged for you in the energetic realm. So that means that there could be, I know this sounds kind of weird, but it could be like your spiritual team communicating with your person's spiritual team, and they're like making agreements with each other. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like that kind of happens sometimes when you have like people looking out for you and trying to bring someone into your life. We do have contract here. And so this indicates to me that this is kind of like a inevitable meeting. This is someone, even if it means that you meet them sooner or later, you're bound to meet them because this feels like a life purpose type of connection. And also this talks about like legal commitment. So this could be the person that you end up marrying as well. It's like more than a casual agreement. So I feel like this, do you know how like in our life, like there's certain cultures with arranged marriages? That's kind of what I'm hearing, but like your spiritual team is arranging it. Like, so I feel like something is happening, like where they're like, oh, this is the perfect match for her. Let's bring this person in for her. Like that's kind of what it feels like to me. It's not casual. This isn't like a, fuck boy, like, oh, we're just gonna hook up and whatever. This is some like significant relationship that's coming your way. Oh, let's see. We also have six chakra. Archangel Metatron. Sixth chakra is the third eye chakra. Um, so this talks about like personal vision. So you might start getting signs and signals before this person comes in for you. But the main message I'm getting is that this is like essentially your ideal man or woman. I'm sorry, I don't want to assume whoever it is you're looking for. This is like your ideal partner. It feels like maybe if there's like a certain quality you want them to have, like you want them to have an accent, or you're really hoping that, they are, their own business owner, or that they have a cat already, or whatever it is, whatever your personal vision is that you're looking for. Again, these are just examples. But it's indicating to me that this person's going to be like a pretty close match to what it is that you're looking for. They're saying take time right now, especially to focus on that vision of what you want this person to look like, be like, create a clear picture of that, and support it with your daily thoughts. Because they're saying that this insight is what you're basically creating it. Like if your love life was a blank canvas right now, paint a picture of what you want that to look like. This connection could cause jealousy, by the way, with people in your life. So just keep in mind that if when you meet this person, if you start feeling like there's people in your life that are not supportive, that's stemming from feelings of jealousy rather than like unconditional love for you. So you may have to start reconsidering some people in your life, how much energy and effort you give to those connections, and whether or not you stay in a friendship or relationship with those people, because this might start highlighting some things and maybe people will start falling away. I know, unfortunately, that is what happens a lot of the time. You start like seeing who your true friends are, if they're happy for you because you're in love or not. So just keep that in mind. That while you're happy and fulfilled, there could be some type of comparison or something like that going on here. What's coming up in love for her, please? We have a man holding a heart. So this card indicates to me this person kind of wears his heart on his sleeve. He is emotionally available to be in a connection with you. There's not anything that's really tying him up. He's not currently involved with anyone else when you guys meet. So just keep in mind that if someone crosses your path and they're looking for a physical relationship only, they don't want to commit, or they're involved with other people, so on and so forth, that's probably not your guy. Because I feel like your guy is like, once he finds you, he's latching on to you and you only. So that is what I have for you, Shayna. Thank you so much for your donation. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. We are going to move on to Philomena. Philomena, if you're here, please check in. Hey Lisa, welcome in. I'm so sorry we're not doing free questions anymore. We are doing a giveaway tonight. If we hit 25 likes, we're doing a free tarot reading giveaway to a special winner, or I should say a lucky winner. So if you want to like the live stream and hang out and see if we get there, you're more than welcome to do so. But otherwise, you'll have to check back later on in the week for another free reading opportunity. Philomena, if you're here, please check in. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes and then we'll move on to the next person. James, if Philomena does not check in, you are next. So if you want to let me know if you're in here. All right, IJ, it looks like you're next because I don't know where anyone else is. So I think you said you donated for a love spread. Did you want the love option too? Love 2, NF to IJ. NF to IJ. Oh, I said he wasn't using his blanket, and look at him. I think he feels comforted when you're playing video games and I'm here on the couch. He just feels kind of like nestled and cuddled. I don't know. Safe. All right. Messages. Nestled and bestled. And crestled. You don't like crust?
No.
Like a little croissant? What about muscled? So cute. All right. NF. IJ. Ooh, we have the Empress. Poor girl. The Eight of Swords. I don't like seeing Eight of Swords, especially for her, IJ, because you know, she already feels so tied up already as it is. You know what I mean? Like, it talks about feeling like drama and pressure and burden and dilemma, crisis, so on and so forth. If I saw the Eight of Swords, I'd love to see it in reverse because it would talk about her like creating her escape or feeling more free or able to find solutions that she's looking for. But so far, no relief. Her thoughts are consumed with this restriction. But I think that she is still remaining hopeful. It's also kind of like a double meaning too, like my hands are tied in terms of like not being able to follow her heart and being able to do what she wants to do because she has all this shit going on. She feels like it's difficult for her to follow her purpose. Like, we have solar plexus energy here, and this talks about like her having all of the like this drive and desire to achieve something or have a life that she wants. And it's almost like the image of, you know, being stuck in the mud, or like worse, stuck in like quicksand or tar, where it's like she's moving, but the faster she moves and tries to get away, the more stuck she gets. So that's kind of disappointing, but I think that she just tells herself it can't be this way forever. So I'm just trying to think to the future. I'm trying to think forward. I really truly think, because I have the Fool here, that whatever it is that whatever point she feels she needs to get to for herself, she's going to really feel like she's starting over, cuz the Fool talks about like literally I'm bringing nothing with me but the clothes on my body and maybe a bag. Like, and so metaphorically speaking, she's trying not to have any baggage moving into the future. She's like, I'm going to actually start over. Like, I don't want any remnants of this life that I'm currently living to be passed on into the future. Now, I do think that she's working on some things that she feels proud of, though. Like, I'm not saying that her whole life is shit, I'm not saying that. I do think there are some things that she's proud of, but I feel like those things are also consuming her. Do you know what I mean? So, like, they're also requiring a lot of work and effort from her. And she's proud of the progress, she's proud of it, but she's also like, there's nothing in my life right now that makes me feel like I can just do whatever I want. I feel very, very stuck. But in terms of what she's giving to you or how she's putting forth to the connection is she gives you all the glitter and wonder and warmth that she has to offer. The Empress here is like she's putting her best foot forward when it comes to you. She's trying to make sure that you know that, like, I don't know, maybe she's trying to impress you potentially. And then also she's saying, like, you make me feel good. So, like, I'm giving you the best parts of me even throughout all of this. Now, as far as intentions go, we do have the Two of Swords. So this talks about sitting on the fence. Um, as we know, she's not fully ready to jump in with both feet, but I think that she will, like in the near future, coming months, kind of dip her toe in the sand dip her toe in the water when it comes to you, kind of get like her feet wet in terms of like what is this here? What is this between us? What can we talk about this for a second? Hey James, thanks for checking in. Um Sherman, I don't know if that's your name or not, but I'm not doing free questions right now. If you want to check back later in the week, you can for a free question opportunity. But so even though she's kind of on the fence, she's not like fully ready to jump in right now with you. I do think she might start kind of tiptoeing and like feeling her way, feeling the situation out with you in the coming months. I don't feel that there are any blocks or influences right now that you don't know about. And I also have the Magician. So the Magician talks about like maybe she's calling her, trying to figure out how to get more control over the situation. Maybe trying to think very strategically. Do you see another rubber band? Think very strategically about like what her next steps are going to be, her next action steps, so on and so forth in terms of your connection. um there's a lot of like mental process going on right now, not so much action, but I don't think that that's going to be something that lasts forever. I think that you're might even notice some changes in your connection before the end of the year. I think we're going to pull this back and we're going to find like 70,000 rubber bands. You're welcome, IJ. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for coming by. You're taking a nap?
Yeah. What's to you?
Well, the light is on. I'm talking. You probably get better sleep back in the bedroom. All right, IJ, you have a good night. Hey, James, thanks for checking in. We are doing a channeled message for you. Is that correct? I think you said it was. It's okay. All right, working on that for you now, James. I can move that in a second. I just need this here right now. Hey, Shayna. Just caught up on your reading. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Hey, Terry, welcome in. Thanks for checking in. Terry, you're next. If you want to leave your question with me, I'll be with you in a few minutes. All right, James, I just sent it. All right, so she says, hold on. She says, I love you, right? I need you to trust me. You will see everything will work itself out in the end. We've come a long way and still have a long way to go. And you couldn't get rid of me even if you wanted to. And trust me, I don't want you to. I think we really owe it to ourselves to have faith in us. When we overthink, that's where we really start to fuck shit up. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm grateful for you and I believe in us. You are important to me and I'm doing what I can to not screw this up. I'm glad to hear it, James. I sent it to you on Instagram as well, so you can have a copy of it. Huh? Do you want me to scoot down a bit? Okay, hold on.
Actually, no, this is good.
You found it?
I think so.
Here, put this over your head until I can turn off the light. Does that help?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Terry. Hey there. You are next. I'm going to leave donations open for a little bit longer and then I'll be closing them. So if you guys want to get any last minute donations in, feel free to do that. There's really not a wait because I'm working on the last person on my list right now. Oh, okay, James, that sounds good. Oh, that's right, because you're going to the concert. I forgot. Okay, cool. All right, what has come to Xavier's awareness, feelings towards us? Okay, Terry, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. I'm open. I'm not like in a hurry to get off or anything. I'm just going to let things come to a natural end. You said we were talking. Okay, Terry. You said we were talking today. Wait. Yes. We were talking and he called me and all, but decided to not reach out to me today. I don't want to stress about it anymore. So Terry, did he tell you that he was going to communicate with you today? Or were you just hoping to hear from him more frequently? What has come into his awareness and feelings towards Terry? Right, okay. What has come into his awareness? Today he decided not to reach out. So Terry, he's in a headspace right now in terms of your connection where he thinks you guys are okay. I have that he has some answers or that he's given you some answers. We have this 5 of swords in reverse. And this talks about a peaceful resolution, finding communication and trying to come to an end of a conflict. So I think from his point of view, you guys are doing okay. I'm not sure. Oh, you said you've been trying to get a hold of him. Yeah, that's tough, I'm sure, because I think that's probably sending you into like a panic mode, because he's kind of left you in the lurch before, right? Like he's abandoned you before. So not hearing from him today, I'm sure feels inconsistent to you and is kind of like triggering you. But in terms of where he stands, he feels like things are okay between you. So I would say try not to panic just yet. There's still a few hours left in the day, and maybe, he'll get back to you tomorrow or something. So I feel like where he stands, go lay down. Where he stands, he feels like you guys are at a point of where things are kind of a little more okay. And so I don't know that if he is aware that you would be upset to not hear from him today, because I think that he feels like things are okay. Saying, oh, right, because you have your daughter today. Your daughter cried and said she missed him. Leave it alone. Go. Go. Go lay down. I'm gonna bop you in the head. Go. Go lay down. Go. What has come into his awareness? He's manifesting you guys, Terry, you as a family. I have manifesting family here. So I think he's shifting to wanting you guys to be the family that is his priority. I know it's taking him a long time to get there, and that's unsettling for you. Manifesting family. I typed it in the chat for you. Because I have manifestation and family coming out together. So I think that he is, through his own willpower, because we have willpower here, he is trying to figure out how to shift his, I guess, responsibility from his family that he was born into the family that he is creating with you. That's okay. That's okay. No worries on that. He feels a torn responsibility, like I said, between the family he was born into versus the family he's creating with you. But I feel like he's leaning more towards wanting to make you guys the priority and telling his other family, hey, she's my priority, my baby is my priority. Family, you're just going to have to fit into my life how you fit into my life. Again, this is taking a while to get there because this is not the dynamic that he has created with them. This is, going to take multiple exposures. He feels a lot of love for you, Terry. James, I got your donation and your question. Thank you. So we have justice and boundaries coming out together. And so to me, this feels like he's balancing the scales. He's balancing his karma. I think it was James that told me there's a Saturn return. He told me recently, which indicates that your karma is coming for you. So, depending on what you have done and you've been a good person, you've done good things, then you're going to get rewarded. Essentially, like things are being balanced right now during this time. And so I think that a lot has come into his awareness in terms of his family, in terms of where his priorities should lie. So I don't want you to worry right now, because he might be, for all you know, he might be having an all-out brawl out with his family today and just has not had a chance to get to you. Because for all we know, he might have been setting boundaries with his family that caused some drama today. He's working that out. And you never know. There's still a couple hours left in the day today. He could get back to you tomorrow. I know it's a trigger for you to not hear from him, but I don't want you to fully panic until it's been multiple days in a row and he's nowhere to be found. But I see here him coming to the awareness that he needs to set boundaries with his family, right? Anything else for Terry? He has received clarity, Terry. I think what he needed to know from you is that he still had a chance here, that he still could right his wrongs, and that you would receive him well. And I think that through this recent communication, things have been made clear to him of what maybe you expect of him, or maybe he sees like a door is cracked and that's really all he needed so that he could start making some changes. I'm so sorry, Terry, that that has happened to you. I know it's easier said than done, and I feel like that's why I specialize in love and relationships, because I have had my fair share and I understand what it's like to feel emotionally manipulated, gaslighted, abused, um, like all the things you can think of. The very first relationship I ever had with a man was my father, obviously. Well, not obviously, but um, and he really set me up for failure in what to look for in someone. And then every relationship has been tumultuous up until meeting my husband. So I understand to a certain extent a vast like array of situations where I have experience in. So while I don't understand and can't relate to your situation specifically, I do know what can trigger you and what can make you freak out based on experience, because that's a very hard thing to come back from. That's a hard thing to heal from. And it almost becomes like chemical. It almost becomes like your brain chemistry after a while, and changes who you are as a person, changes like your makeup essentially. Um, but yeah, you're very welcome. Keep me posted. I hope you hear from him before I come back on Wednesday. You're welcome. You said I always listen to the things you say to me all the time. It's so helpful. That makes me feel good. I'm happy to hear that, Terry. That makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here in this life. So I appreciate that. Okay, so next up we have James. Have a good night, Terry. Okay, James, how will the Alanis Morissette concert go for Patty and I? I think, James, as long as you are keeping it casual, enjoying yourself, having fun, singing the words to the song, having a drink or two, um, lots of laughs, lots of playfulness, that's what she's looking forward to. As long as you can keep it like that, I think you're going to have an amazing time. Don't get into anything heavy. Wednesday is not the time to do that. Um, I see here 10 of Cups, just like a lot of fun, just a lot of fun, smiles, happiness, enjoying yourselves. Um, I see some selfies. I don't know. I'm getting like, for some reason, I'm getting like you guys are taking pictures together. Um, let's see. Patty doesn't like getting her picture taken, does she? I don't know why I'm getting that feeling that she's not crazy about her picture being taken. Um, but I think that if you do some candids or some video shots or something, but I definitely feel like there's going to be like some selfies. I know a lot of the times when you go to shows, you take like pictures or video of the person that you're going to see, but not always the person that you're with. And I think that you're going to get some selfies of the two of you together. Um, but yeah, I'm having like keep it lighthearted, keep it fun. Um, hey, Amy. Let's see. How are things gonna go? How are things gonna go on Wednesday? The Alanis Morissette concert. Do you guys have good seats? That's like another question I feel compelled to ask because I have high status. I have the King of Pentacles, so this can indicate privileged seating, so to speak. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you or doesn't resonate, it's okay, but I just thought that I would mention it because it's something that jumped out at me. Um, you might be also pulling out all the stops, James. Like, you might be the one, like, driving, footing the bills, like, essentially, like, paying for things, that kind of thing. I have here. I don't think she necessarily minds it. I think you taking the lead on that is fine with her. Um, let's see. It's funny though. I don't think she's impressed by money, which is interesting. I'm getting that like it's more like a you got me last time, I'll get you next time kind of thing. I don't think that money is what impresses her in a partner. I think she likes feeling that mutual support, and I think that if you didn't have money, that would be a problem for her. But she likes equality. I think that you guys are going to really enjoy yourself. We have the Hierophant. This talks about having things in common. So this mutual interest with Alanis, I feel like is just going to like bring you guys together. Um, you might actually meet other people there too, that you kind of bond with or communicate with while you're there. Like for instance, someone would be like, "Oh, hey, like, what's your favorite song by Alanis?" Da da da. I don't know. I just feel like there could be some people who, if you guys are having a lot of fun and high vibe, they might want to like be drawn to that energy and talk to you. So you might like interact with some people while you're there and like chit chat. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the message I'm getting. Keep it light, have fun. I'm getting selfies. I don't know why. So on and so forth. But yeah, James, that's what I've got for you. Hey, Amy. All right, Amy. Well, you are next. I have you for an in depth reading. So let me know what we're doing for you. Jack Mac, hello and welcome in. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope you are too. Hey Jack Mac. Free list is closed for the night. The only thing I'm doing tonight is a giveaway if we hit 25 likes on the live stream. But considering how the night's been going, that might not happen. So you might have to catch me next time for a free yes no opportunity. I am taking Monday and Tuesday off. I usually come back on Wednesday and work through Sunday. Oh, hey IJ, welcome back in. Awesome. Okay, let me add you back to the list real quick. When Eli was Earthside and he brought me to his home to sleep over for the first time, we also had our first kiss that night. What was going through his mind and feelings? Aw, okay, hold on. Sorry, Mac. He really wanted to impress you, Amy. I have the Seven of Wands and the King of Pentacles, so I feel like he was just like really trying to impress you, show you around. He really was trying to put his best. Oh my God, what is the word? Sorry, guys. I've been like low key stroking out today. Not like actually having a stroke, but my words are not coming to me for some reason. Oh, trying to put his best foot forward with you to impress you. Hey, James, you said I did get us good seats, and she doesn't really like taking pictures, I don't think. Or at least she doesn't do it that often. Got you. Something tells me that you're going to try to snap a selfie with her. But that's so funny. I'm glad to hear you got good seats. Wow, awesome. That's good. I feel like that means I was tapping into the energy correctly. You said, and the kiss happened while we were just cuddling in bed, and I was actually about to fall asleep. Aw, that's so sweet. Yeah, he picked me up right after he finished work at like 6 a.m. Damn. So sleepover was more like a daytime nap. That would be a sleepover for me these days, though. I get to bed at 5 a.m. every night. So I'm like, we're going to bed when the sun is coming up. And we've been on that schedule for probably 2 months. So it's been kind of crazy. But yeah, Amy, so I feel like he was just trying to impress you because we have the King of Pentacles, so it's like, yeah, this is my house. This is like where this is where that is. Like, I don't know. And I think also he liked the idea that you guys were alone. For some reason, the house feels quiet. Um, it was like the first impression that I got was like a lot of like low talking and whispers. Maybe even when you got in his room, you guys were still being like more on the quiet side. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. Or maybe in his mind, he was thinking, um, like, I want to talk softer, whisper. Maybe this is like pillow talk. I'm not really sure like what this is. Crow's Nest, hey, you can donate if you'd like. I am about to close the list, so you'll be last on the list, okay? His mom was asleep in the house. Okay, got you. So I think in his mind, he was thinking, "It needs to be quiet." I feel like a snack. I feel hungry for some reason. Maybe did you guys make something that day? Or like grab a snack or something. I almost feel like Amy, you were a little bit nervous to be in his house and like go do things, because this was unfamiliar territory for you. Um, but I'm kind of getting like we're being sneaky for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that. Crow's Nest. Okay, that sounds good. Crow's Nest, that would make you next on my list, okay? James says, I'm listening back now. I did get good seats, and yeah, she doesn't care about material stuff. LOL, I don't think she really likes taking pictures of herself. She doesn't do it that much. Oh wait, I think I already read that message. James, I'm glad to hear that it's resonating for you. That makes me feel good to hear that. Amy, so after we took a nap, we did wake up and went to Kroger so I could make my lasagna for him and his. Oh, you did cook. Okay. That makes sense. Um, and I was nervous because I was also going to meet his mom later in the day. Got you, got you. I really am trying to stay tapped into his energy, Amy. But I know that some stuff about you might come through. But I am trying to focus on him specifically. Um, but I think there could have been nervousness on both sides. But Amy, I think he might have thought y'all were gonna like hook up that night. Um, like I think that he had it in his mind to be ready for that if it were to come to pass. So I think that he was like down for whatever, but at the same time, like, and not to like put your business out there. But if it didn't happen that night, he was okay with that too. But I think that he was kind of expecting it. He was just like excited for something like new with you at that time. What was he thinking and feeling? Oh, we have the Two of Cups in the sun. So he felt very comfortable around you. Amy, I don't know what you're saying to me. I think I can understand from context what you're saying, but I also like I'm not positive that I know what you're talking about. But yeah, he was feeling like a lot of lovey vibes, like feeling the desire to like be close to you, hold you tight, cuddle you. I think he also typically felt very lonely, Amy, and it was nice to have someone there with him. I feel like loneliness at home was something that he was used to feeling. So having a it's weird way to word it, but having a warm body, like no, having you there, like um companionship, company, someone in his bed, that kind of thing. I think that was special to him because it's not something he experienced on a daily basis. What was he thinking and feeling? What was he thinking and feeling? That's so soon, Amy. I'm sorry. I know he's not here anymore, but that is crazy to say something like that on the first night. I'm like tasting sunflower seeds for some reason. Did you guys do anything like munchy food, like popcorn, seeds, nuts? If you think back to that night, did you guys do any like crackers, chips? I don't know. I'm getting like munchy food for some reason. That's coming through right now. Um, he definitely enjoyed your time in bed together. We have the Four of Swords. And last but not least, it was important to him that his mom like you. And I feel like for some reason his mom's opinion holds a lot of weight to him. And he was like, if I'm gonna move forward with Amy, I need to make sure that my mom likes her too. Maybe for whatever reason he was just like, I think, I don't know, I feel like at this time he might have been considering you like as a girlfriend. And he was like, I need to make sure that if I'm going to take things to the next level, that she likes her and we're all getting on. Instead of making that decision for himself, I think it was important for him to have his family's blessing as well. Yeah, I said, yeah, that was a bit wild. Maybe actually, I think we bought a lot of chip snacks. Okay, okay. But I remember asking you if he meant that I think I love you, that he said to me, and I recall you saying he was feeling it despite how soon and trying to see how he felt towards me. Um, I don't remember, but I'm sure that because this relationship was so important to you, that whatever it is I said, you remember better than I do. So, I would just take whatever I said in the past about that. You're welcome. Okay, Crow's Nest, I got you. Let's see. So I have a date on Tuesday with a Virgo named Colin. I went to high school with him, but we weren't close then. I'd like to know where things will go with him and I. Okay. And it is an in depth reading. Okay. Virgo named Colin. IJ, if you're still in here, you are next and last on my list. And if you want to get your questions prepped, you don't have to post them yet if you don't want to, but or if you can't, if you want to, you can. Hey there. Where will things go between them? Well, I think there might be a sexual chemistry here. I don't know if it's on your behalf, Jessica, but I feel like it's definitely him towards you for sure. I have the second chakra, so this indicates like a powerful physical connection. And I think, and while, okay, I don't want you to think that's a bad thing. At first glance, first impression, we got to have some kind of attraction to them. Can that attraction grow? Yes. Or can that attraction lessen if they have a shitty personality? Yes. But I think initially, when we have to be attracted to that person on some level. And so, but I think his attraction for you is very, very, very strong. I feel like he might feel compelled to like reach across the table and like touch your hand or your shoulder or kind of give you like an elbow nudge. I feel like there's like this physical contact chemistry between you guys that he like really wants to be close to you and he wants to demonstrate that, but I don't think he wants to be like uncomfortable or make you feel like weirded out by it. But I think that he just feels so like if he's in agreement with you, I feel like, or maybe even you're that way with him, it's just like, oh my God, yeah, that's so right. And you kind of like reach out and like touch their arm or something. But it feels like this desire to like be close to each other. It's a funny thing because like when my husband and I first got together, we both agreed it's weird to sit on like the same side of the booth with someone unless you are like there with like another group of people and like then of course you want to sit next to each other. And we think it's weird for us. I'm not like a huge physical contact person until I like really get to know you. And then even then, it's just like with my partner that I'm that way. Definitely would not be that way on first dates. But I feel like this person's like, do you want to sit on the same side? Like, I don't know why. I'm just getting like this person's just very, very drawn to your energy. Um, really wants to see, more of you, more of your self expression. Um, maybe like connect with you emotionally, intimately as well. But this could be his type of personality. It also could be physical touch too that is important to him. Let me grab my charger real quick because I think my computer's about to die and I don't want to die during your reading. But yeah, I mean, that's just how I am. I'm not going to sit here and try to yuck someone else's yum. Like, if that's his thing, then that's great. That's his thing. Um, but I feel like it's going to make you feel very almost maybe like comfortable right off the bat. I notice that if people are very touchy-feely. It because they feel comfortable with you, it makes you feel comfortable with them. Think of like think of like Drew Barrymore on her talk shows. She gets like up close and personal with people that she doesn't even know or has only met maybe once. And but they just like are so comfortable in her presence because she is that way, because she's like, no, tell me more, like I want to hear about you, I want to know about you. And I feel like that might be this type of person like that we're dealing with here. Now, is he gonna unfold like that on the first date while you guys are getting to know each other, while there might be some nerves? Maybe not to that extent, possibly, but I just feel like he seems like a very intuitive type of person, and I feel like he's just mega attracted to you. Um, let's see. Where will things go? Where will things go, please? Where will things go between them? I feel like he wants to defend your honor. Like, I feel it's funny because I got a picture of this. It's funny. As soon as you said a hottie, a card showed up with a guy with who is a brunette, pretty muscular. I wouldn't say like mega muscular, like super beefcaked up, but I feel like, got some muscles, this guy. Um, and I'm seeing like tattoos on this person, and I'm seeing like maybe a little bit longer than average hair for a guy. So um if any of that resonates, it's here for you. Um but I feel like he's here to like defend you, defend your honor. Like he's very chivalrous. He might be a little bit old fashioned as well. He is brunette and muscular. That's funny. Okay. How will things go between them? How will things go between them, please? I'm trying to, oh my god, yes. Yes. Crow's Nest. I was like, I'm trying to get, I said, can you please tell me if this is a love connection? I need to see a card that talks about a love connection. And the very next card that flew out as I had that thought was the door to romance. So this is definitely a love connection for the two of you. And when I say that, what that means for me is that you guys are both interested in a romantic relationship. Yeah, exactly. You said you're looking for a long-term relationship, and he said the same. Or he said same, so that's good to know for sure, for sure. So I think that this is opening a door for you to explore an actual relationship with this person. Door to romance just means that there's new intimacy here for you. Um, and commitment is available through this connection. It talks about new beginnings in love. It's saying that your hearts are both open to this experience, and then there may be a like a new tenderness about to bloom in a heartfelt affection for one another. It's talking about energetic potential when this card comes up. Like there's definitely this feeling of like a promise and hope and excitement. Um, so keeping in line with what I have mentioned previously, it seems like we're kind of on track with like a new person coming in. Well, not a new person, but like a new love opportunity coming in for you. Because I felt like I was feeling something this summer, but I do feel like it might be coming in a little earlier than I expected. Um, but I feel like him telling you that he's interested in a long-term relationship and him saying same, that is being confirmed here that he is telling you the truth. Yeah, I feel like he's very intuitive, this guy. Very intuitive. He's still trying to figure you out. I feel like he's trying to get a read on you here. I have the door to personal healing and happiness. So this indicates to me that this might be the person that you're looking for to kind of help, like, bring more of what you're looking for into your life. Because, of course, you don't need someone to make your life better, but when you're trying to build a life with someone, it's important that you find the right person. And I feel like this is a really good candidate. It's the card indicates that your life is opening up and new opportunities are about to appear for you with wonderful results because of the personal intentions that you have set forth. The free list is not Purgati. I'm sorry. All my lists are closed for the day. All right, a couple more cards about this Virgo, please. What's to come with the relationship? We have him and you both willing to put energy and effort into this connection. It feels like matched energy to me, Jessica. It feels like commitment and dedication and devotion. I think that you could move into a relationship with this person, but don't hold back, is what I'm getting. Um, you might be looking for this person to put it all out there on the line before you do, because maybe you don't want to risk it all. So you might be looking for this person to make all the first moves and like stick their neck out. And because I have here the Seven of Swords and the Strength. So don't be afraid to be authentically you. Don't be afraid to take a chance or two in this connection. If you're really feeling this guy, let him know. Because that's also important for him to hear. Don't think that like you have to hide who you are or take your pride and go because you might be scared and you're just like, oh, I just want him to make the first move. I want him to do this. Yes, he should be applying effort. And yes, he should be setting the bar high and he should be pursuing you and things like that. But I think also for his own sake of peace of mind, I think that when you get to the point of when he's made his intentions clear with you, it's safe for you to like express how you're feeling about him too, and don't worry so much about that. Um, Obviously, you're not going to put it all out there at the beginning. You guys are still getting to know each other, but when you start to feel it and you feel like you can kind of trust his intentions, I think that it would be nice for him to hear that you're feeling him, that like you're really enjoying this connection. Just like one little sentence here and there can really go a long way. So that way he feels like he's getting that encouragement from you to keep pursuing you. You said he's a Cancer moon and you're a Pisces moon. Ooh, matched energy. Fire and earth go well together too. Because I think you said you're a Leo, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that seems pretty compatible. Does he know any of his other signs? I definitely have Leo energy showing up. Where can things go? Where can things go between them? The last card I pulled for you, Jessica, was the Six of Wands. This is a heart chakra placement, Leo energy. It talks lots of Leo energy in this reading. I didn't even realize. Success, victory, winning, having the advantage, feeling like things are finally working out for you and that it's your turn. Achievement, praise, recognition, and riding a high. This card also talks about public recognition, meaning that whenever I see this card, I think it's like you are allowing other people to see you guys together. So, modern day, this could be, at some point in the near future, y'all are taking pictures together, you're tagging each other. Maybe you're not saying that you're in a quote unquote relationship and announcing it for the world to see, but people are starting to see in your page, your content, your stories, so on and so forth, your snaps, that there's this mystery guy around or whatever. Or if people knew you guys like back in high school, they might reach out and be like, "Oh wow, that's so crazy! You guys are talking, yada yada yada." But public recognition just means you're allowing people to see you in the public. You're taking it from like a private getting to know one another to like now letting other people in on the fact that you're seeing one another. So I think that this is a really good start. And I think now at this point, you just got to spend some time together. You said, I don't know his other signs other than his Venus and my Venus are in Virgo. More compatibility. So, were you guys born? I was going to ask, were you guys born the same year? Because Venus spends about 30 days in each sign of the zodiac. And considering that you guys have um, two signs that are very close together, like you have Leo, Virgo, very close signs together, and you have the same Venus, it made me wonder if you guys were born the same year. You're welcome, Jessica. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, wow, IJ. Okay, hold on. Let me shuffle. I don't think this person is going to be a problem for you. I have the Eight of Cups. I do feel like and the Strength card. So I do feel like this person does have an attraction to you, but I don't think this person is like wanting to pursue you, wanting to get with you. I mean, I think they're looking at you and saying, "Oh, like they're attractive, but I don't foresee this being an issue for you per se. I asked if she was going to do anything about it. I got a no. I also see here where there is attraction with the strength card. It also came out with the Eight of Cups, meaning that she's walking away from this. Like, this is not going to be a factor that you have to really worry about, at least right now. We could definitely check the energies once you guys start dating, if this is going to cause like jealousy from this person, and then she's going to start causing issues for you in your relationship. Um, but I feel like this is nothing that they're going to act on right now. Now, if this person is like a bad person, i.e., toxic, like jealous, envious, petty, etc., then yes, eventually that might become a problem, because if she's wanting what she can't have and you guys get together, then you become the target of what she can't have. So I think we should check back in on these energies once you and her start dating for sure. But I think right now there's nothing really that you have to worry about. But yeah, there is attraction, but I just don't think she's going to do anything about it right now to get in the way of your connection. Partly, probably why um, NF is likely to keep your connection private in the beginning, just out of protection in general, because wanting to make sure that your connection is fully established and secure before you got these other people coming around, sniffing around where they don't belong, trying to get in the business. So, yeah, I don't think you have to worry about it, but in terms of like a yes, no, is this person attracted to you or do they have an attraction to you? I am getting a yes. You said, okay, good. I'm going to try to avoid all messy situations. I knew her in college before I knew Nat, and she was cool, but we never interacted on that level. Oh, got you. Just the fact that she's in that circle made me question. Makes sense. Yeah, of course. I mean, I think keep time will tell when you and Nat are actually in the dating stages. Then I think it would be worth revisiting that question. But I think this isn't an issue currently and hopefully will remain a non issue. You're welcome. What does her spirit team want you to know? You've been getting the urge to pray for her. Oh, that's so nice. What do you want him to know, please? Okay, so there maybe potentially the reason why you're feeling the urge to pray for her is out of this feeling of like protection and knowing that she's needing extra help. Because I have that a sudden event required her immediate attention. It's saying time is of the essence and that she needed to work through this. So there's like something that must have recently come up that has like kind of come out of left field. Um, Something that she wasn't expecting to happen that's now requiring some focus from her. So maybe whenever you feel that urge, it's because you're trying to help her in whatever way that you can, knowing that she's going through some things on her side. I'm getting the theme of charity work again. This is coming through as the King of Cups. Because I view you kind of like the King of Cups. So you come up with as the King of Cups a lot in readings or like the King of Cups energy. I don't know if this means like reaching out to her and like, well, no, because you probably already tell her. I feel like you already tell her that, you're here to talk if she needs anything. I feel like she knows she could come to you. Mm, that's a half-baked message. We might have to come back to that. But I'm hearing charity. What do you want him to know? You do have plans for charity. I think involving her in that or like posting about it would be really impressive to her. Maybe just getting the ball rolling in that. Um, or like talking about future plans to want to do something like that, I think would bring a common interest from her and you together. Might give you something else to might make her feel like she has another opportunity to reach out to you. Because I think sometimes she might look at your stuff and might be looking for reasons to reach out to you sometimes. So I think just giving her a lot of things to comment on or react to would be great. I feel like she's trying to tap more into her creativity as well. Just doing something for her, whether it's like journaling, coloring, self-care, whatever. But I feel like she's trying to like do something for herself that makes her feel happy. And it could also kind of like talk about how she's trying to get some creative solutions, maybe thinking outside of the box for her situation. She is checking some things off her list though. I am getting that. She is not, it's not like she's got a million loose ends going on. It's not like as soon as she starts one thing, something else comes through. I'm sure it feels that way to her, but she is completing some tasks. Like she is getting some stuff done, but she's not taking the time to celebrate herself and like just sit in that victory because she's just so worried about, okay, thank God that's done. Now let's move on to this other thing. So she needs to take some time to uh, give herself a little reward or just, be proud of herself and give herself a moment to just like be happy, because she's always like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. You'll have that discussion with her. Okay, that's good. Let's see. What do you want him to know? I think if there's some kind of project you guys could work together at some point, that's kind of what they're encouraging. Something that you guys can do together that would feel like something you can work on, bring you closer together, make you feel fulfilled. So that's definitely her. I celebrate her victories for her and to her. Yeah, because she's just always like, okay, that's done. What's next? And she's not really taking the time to like just be happy about it. She's also not taking time to just, well, I will say in the recent past, because I do think she's taking time trying to do something for herself throughout the week. But I also feel like some of her personal relationships are um being put on the back burner. So like let's just say she has like a really good friend. She's not spending a lot of time with that friend anymore. So I think a conversation with her also would just be like to make sure that she's nurturing her relationships that she's established that are meaningful to her. Her friends or her family or whoever that's good in her life will understand, but just don't be neglectful because she might not realize, but she needs that time with those people. Like I'm not talking about the shitty people in her life, but I'm talking about like good people in her life. That would like lift her up and support her. And if she doesn't have any of those people, maybe finding those people. But I feel like she's really neglecting good like relationships in her life that are healthy and not spending time with people, and just her drive just keeps her going and going and going, but she's not taking the time to spend with people that matter or that should matter. I would love to build something with her, not just romantic. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I mean, IJ. Like they want you guys to work on a passion project together. I know, and it's tough because I feel like if you guys were like living together, for example, and she just had her laptop and she's just going, 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 and like 8 hours have gone by, you could go shut the, the laptop and be like, save your stuff. You have 5 minutes, and then we're gonna watch some TV. Like you would help balance her out in like a way where she could go, oh my God, you're so right. Okay, I'm done. I gotta be done with this. But she doesn't have anyone monitoring her. She's just go, 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 go. So she's got too much going on at once. She needs to consider a playful approach. She doesn't have enough play. So it says consider a more playful approach or the need to have more fun. She needs to take a break. She needs to take a breath. She needs to go to a party. She needs to like go hang out with friends. I don't know. She just needs to like she needs a break. This woman, she needs a break. So that's what you need to know. However, you can contribute to helping her with that would be great. But essentially, she's just like all work, no play right now. But she needs to prioritize like herself more, her relationships with people that are good for her more. She needs to prioritize having more fun. Overstimulated, that's a good word. You said, that's definitely you. You'd be that kind of person where you'd be like, okay, time to put the work away. You make her some food, get her a drink, and you're like, let's stop this for a little while. But yeah, you're welcome, IJ. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Everyone else, I hope you guys have a great night. I am going to be signing off now. And my day starts. My day off starts. So I'm super excited. But as you all know, I'm here Wednesday to Sunday. If there's any days that you do not see me, just know I tried. It just didn't work out. But I do my best to be here Wednesday through Sunday. And if you ever need like a little advance notice or extra information, you can always follow me on Instagram. I typically keep you guys very updated through my Instagram stories. That's at Luna Affinity. IJ says, I definitely cook. We talked about her wanting to learn to cook better. I'm the chef in my house, that's for sure. I love that my husband's not super picky. Like I cook well. There's obviously certain dishes I cook better than others, but my food is good. Like every single time I make something, my sister is like, that's the best thing I've ever had. So I do well. I'm not a chef. I didn't go to culinary school. I'm not over here making like lamb chops or whatever they make. I'm not making couscous, but I can make a good meal and I have a good variety because of my Latina roots. I feel like because I've got like, Spanish in me, some Mexican, mostly Puerto Rican, I feel like I can make those kinds of cuisines a little bit better, but I'm a good cook. My husband, I don't think he's ever going to cook. I don't think he's ever going to do anything in his life in the kitchen, but maybe make some cereal, but that's okay. I love cooking. It's my favorite pastime. But anyways, enough about me. You guys have a good night, and I will see you guys next week or in a couple of days. Bye.